Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a highly requested video and it's about my skincare. So I have received so many compliments from you guys on how my skin is looking, how clear and lovely. Well, as much as I would like to agree with you, I don't think it is so, but it is getting there. And I have made certain changes in my lifestyle. When I posted my skincare routine video a couple of months back, I had recently given birth. He was only like 5 or 6 months old at that time. So things have changed. I am getting a lot more, better at managing my infant and also my 2 older children, because I have 3 kids. So you can imagine the crazy lifestyle I have. So yeah, a few changes has been made and I can clearly see that in my skin. So I am going to share with you my secrets and the products that I use that I think has made a difference. The first thing I do is to cleanse my face, and I do this in the morning and I also do it in the night or after I remove my makeup. My favorite cleanser at the moment is the green tea foam cleanser. I absolutely love this. It does a fantastic job of removing excess oil, grime, dirt, even makeup. And I use my Clinique facial brush to remove, impurities from my face. But I do not use the brush on a daily basis because I feel that it is a little too harsh on my skin. But I do use it like every other day. So once the cleansing is done, I go in with my toner. Next, I use a toner to remove any little speck of dirt or makeup left on my skin. I go in with the Re Pore Tightening Toner. Now this is a Korean product. I really love this because it has no parabens, talc, mineral oil, silicone and artificial dyes, because these are the things that tend to clog your pores. And after using this toner, I have noticed a significant change in my skin, especially the areas where I get clogged and I break out, and that is around my nose, my bridge of my nose, my forehead and also the chin area. And I love this because it has the Amazonian white clay, which helps to suck out extra sebum from your face. Volcanic ash extract. It has green tea extract, which is fantastic actually, and aluva leaf extract. So I have been using this for almost 2 months now, and I really have seen a great change in my skin. Now, based on my previous video, you may have heard me saying that I don't use a toner. I just feel it's an extra step. At that time, I didn't have a good toner. I felt like it was just not working. For me, it was just a little bit of a waste of time because I still felt like things were clogging, and I felt like the toners that I was using, because I was using one from Clinique and I was also trying out the Biotherm toner, I felt like both were not really working out for my skin. It was kind of too drying. But now I have found this and I absolutely love it because it really takes away all that excess sebum, though it doesn't dry the skin out. I hope it makes sense. It also, I've noticed that it takes that whiteheads off my problematic areas, and that's around the bridge of my nose and my chin area, because sometimes I get a build-up and then zits and pimples tend to pop out. You're wondering, I bought this here in Hong Kong. This is a well-known Korean toner that is very well raved by the locals here. So yeah, next I go in with my eye cream. So here I have my So Beauty blue light eye cream. I'm not a huge fan of it. It doesn't do anything other than moisturize the under eye area, which is what actually I'm really looking for. I'm not looking for a miracle cream where it removes the darkness and things like that, because most of the time I think personally the under eye discoloration and the pigmentation comes in is when you don't get enough sleep, and if you have genes. I know my mom, she has very dark pigmentation under the eye area, and this is something that I have come to embrace. Though I would love for it to disappear, I am trying. I have seen an improvement, and the improvement came after I started to sleep and drink plenty of water. So after the eye cream, I go in with the Ordinary Buffet Serum. I love this. Why I love it? Because I don't have to crack my head on what item to use, you know, for what, because the Ordinary usually has the tendency to confuse you unless you go in and do a bit of research, you know, on their site on which acid to use for when and things like that. So I wanted to keep it simple. I just went in with Buffet, and I've read a lot of reviews, good and bad, and I think for me this is one of the best serums I've used in a long while. It has made such a difference to my skin tone, especially the areas where I have, like, you know, the problematic clogged up pores and, you know, pigmentation, hyperpigmentation and all. This one has really made a difference. The next thing that I love, this has to be one of my absolute favorite thing to use on my face, is this guy here. This is the hyaluronic acid. Quite a bit of a mouthful, huh? I don't like all these technical names, you know. Here in Hong Kong, people love Korean skincare. Even people from mainland China come in and buy in bulk. So that means it must mean something, right? Must really be working for them. That is why I am always looking forward, or I'm always reading reviews here from the local forums on which skincare product works for the local people. And they highly recommend using this hyaluronic 90%, or if it's just the name. But I believe this has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it, but it comes in a gel form, so it kind of holds, I believe, 1,000 times more water than your normal skin, you know, can hold. So that's great, because your skin really needs moisture, and I have seen such a huge difference after using this, after incorporating this in my skincare routine. It has helped with my hyperpigmentation, it has helped with, you know, reducing fine lines, because I always felt like I was very dehydrated. Because you have to keep in mind that I am a nursing mother, and I nurse all night long because I co-sleep with my baby. And yeah, I mean, it does take a toll on the body, and you get dehydrated, and I feel that this has really helped with retaining the moisture and helping, you know, helping with rejuvenating and hydrating, and also diminishing the blemishes and the hyperpigmentation that I have been suffering for a long time. So next I use the Innisfree Jeju Pomegranate Revitalizing Lotion. Now this is something that I recently started to use, like, let's say about 3 to 4 weeks, you know. It is great. However, I don't like it when I apply it, because it has that pasty texture, you know, very like chalky pasty texture. But after giving it maybe 5 minutes or so, you know, for it to settle into the skin, I've noticed that it really hydrates the skin. It is winter time in Hong Kong, though winter in Hong Kong can be high level of humidity. I still do feel sometimes when it's a bit more, you know, colder, my skin does get a bit dry, and this has really helped with moisturizing. Now, would I buy this again if I run out, you know, after using this? I don't think so, because this is not something that I really like on my skin, even though for now I am okay with using it. Finally, for my lips, I love using the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. Now I have used this for almost, say, 12 years now. This is one of the best products ever. When I was living in Sweden, my skin would get so dry. My lips were like cracking, you know, really cracking till you could see blood, you know. Cracked lips is not a cute look. It was there that I found this product, and I love it. It really moisturizes my lips. I mainly use it for my lips, but whenever I go back to Sweden, you know, to visit family, and when the weather is a bit more drier and, you know, a little bit more crusty, you know, when my skin gets a bit more crusty, then I put this on, especially around my, you know, mouth area, because this is where I get a lot of dry skin when it's dry. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I use on a daily basis, AM and PM. However, in the nights when I have makeup, and let's say I have all this makeup to remove, I go in with the Neutrogena cleansing oil. Now, I have used this for many years. I love it. I love a cleansing oil because it's not too harsh. I don't have to use extra wipes and things like that to, you know, pull and tug on my skin. Since this is an oil, it's very easy to massage everything down, and then it just melts even waterproof makeup away, and I love it. It doesn't sting the eye. It has never irritated my skin whatsoever. Even if I were to say for some reason skip my cleansing using the Innisfree foam cleanser, my skin is still kind of clean, you know. It doesn't take the makeup completely away. I still feel like I need to go in with a cleanser to clean, but it does a relatively good job. And for me, a cleansing oil should be like that. I think it should not, you know, take away everything, you know, your own skin oil moisture. It should just help with the dissolving of the makeup so that it's easier to wash away. Sometimes whenever I feel like my skin needs a little bit more moisture, especially the days where I don't get much sleep, not much water, maybe I've not been exercising or something like that for whatever reason, you know, I go in with my So Beauty sleeping pack. I have mentioned this in my earlier skincare routine and I love it. I would not recommend using this on a daily basis because this is very fatty as in too rich for the skin. I notice that my skin tends to, you know, feel very heavy. I don't like the feeling, and I also see that it's like the first stage of a zit coming out because it's a bit too rich. So yeah, I use it like maybe twice a week or so, you know, or sometimes even once a week after I've done a facial mask. Talking about facial masks, I love using facial masks at least once a week. I call it my self-care, me time, 20-30 minutes for myself after the kids are in bed. If I'm going to be watching a series or something on television, usually this happens on a Saturday night or a Sunday night, and I go in with my European clay powder. I have shown me using it on my Instagram stories. If you do follow me there, you know, you will see things like this. I just use a tablespoon of this, you know, mix it up with some water, and I apply it on 20 minutes and I just wash it off. I feel like it just absorbs and takes away all the impurities, and also it's just that time for myself. I feel like I'm taking care of my skin. It's also a bit of a morale booster. Now the other mask that I sometimes occasionally use is actually the pure sandalwood mask. Now this one I bought in Singapore. You can go to Jodhi's store. There's this fantastic shop that I love shopping in, where you get, you know, Indian stuff, not just cosmetic, also, you know, powders, clays, flowers. I believe they also sell, you know, religious things as well. So sandalwood powder, if you want, those Singaporeans, my lovely Singapore ladies, if you can get your hands on this, do get it. I like to use this with a bit of yogurt, and I apply this again 20-30 minutes or until I see that the mask is kind of dry. I don't leave it too long because I feel like it saps away all the moisture. Yeah, I mean, I just use this once a week, and then I use my sleeping pack on. I see such a difference in my skin. So there's another thing that I have been trying out, and that's to use the castor oil. Castor oil is supposed to promote hair growth, you know, it's supposed to nourish the skin, things like that. Now I have used this on my eyebrows, on my eyelashes. Though I wouldn't say it's really helping with the growth, I do feel like my hair is moisturized, because I feel like, you know, whenever we do all this cleansing and things like that, we tend to forget about the hair and the face. Though I wouldn't love, you know, moustache growing on my face, I still do want to have nice luscious hair, eyebrow hair and eyelashes. I hope it makes sense. But yeah, you know, it's supposed to give you really nice softened skin. Sometimes when I feel like I have too much, you know, kohl pencil and it's kind of like too much, you know, smudging, and I find it very difficult to remove it with my cleansing oil, I go in with the castor oil and just use a cotton bud and then remove it, especially in the waterline. Now this is something I've also noticed, not many people have the habit of removing makeup from the waterline. You need to remove it, if not it will clog up your tear duct. So that's what I do with my skincare routine. I mean, there were a few things that I have made changes to, and that is to sleep more, try to sleep in, force myself to sleep in, you know, now that I can, because I'm not working as of now. I have taken a break because of the birth of my son, and since I'm kind of like nursing and also waking up in the nights, you know, when he wakes up, so I think I need a little bit more sleep. So I force myself to sleep. And then I drink plenty of water. Again, it helps me with my nursing, you know, breastfeeding, and also it helps with the rejuvenation of my skin, because I felt like, you know, the past time when I did my skincare routine, I still felt like my skin was a bit more dehydrated and my hyperpigmentation was really showing through. And most of the time you can kind of reduce the appearance of it by eating right, sleeping right, drinking plenty of water, and of course, you know, certain skincare products that you use may help, but I wouldn't count on them being the only factor in taking away the problems. You still need to do certain changes in your lifestyle. I really want to see, you know, that Korean glassy skin, but I don't think I will achieve it, because, you know, you have to accept that your skin is a certain type. Some products may work for you, some may not work for you. So you just work with what you can. As long as for me, at the end of the day, I have clear skin without clogged pores, you know, without pimples and impurities, I'm actually quite okay. Now I do have open pores, you know. The older I get, the larger my pores look like. To be honest, I can't do much about it other than to keep the pores clean, and that's why I do all these masks, you know, make sure that I wash my face twice a day, you know, and things like that. This is something I've kind of accepted, and I know that I will have to work with it for the rest of my life. So yeah, anyway guys, enough of me rambling. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. Now don't forget to follow me on my Instagram page, because I am planning a little giveaway there. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye.